Okay, this is all the account. Okay, the list of account of the company. Okay. So accumulated depreciation, furnitures and fittings. Okay, accumulated depreciation for furnitures and fittings, trade receivable, capital, trade payable. Okay, trade receivable same goes with the uh, account payable. Okay, it is the same things. Okay, account and receivable and also trade payable. Alright. Mana saya punya pen ni tak bergerak. Sekejap Okay. So once again, trade receivable, same with account receivable. Okay. And then capital. Okay, capital is modal. Trade payable, account payable. Opening inventory. Okay. There is amount for opening inventory for raw material. Okay. So look here. Okay. Inventory, we have three types. Okay, for manufacturing company. Raw material 12,000, work in progress 20,000, finished goods 15,000. Okay, and then purchase of raw material, bookkeepers, salary, gaji penyimpan juga. Okay, bookkeepers. Factory direct wages, factory indirect wages, salary, sales, rent and rate, okay, carriage inwards, admin expense, electricity, okay, allowance for that. All this list of account, some of the amount, okay, some of the account we will put in the manufacturing account, okay, and also income statement. Okay, income statement kita akan letak antara dia, kita akan letak dalam income statement dan juga manufacturing. Okay, ada yang kita tak akan letak. So tengok kepada requirement by the question is A is to prepare manufacturing account. Okay, for the year ended 31st September. And also prepare income statement for the year ended 30th September. So, if you look here, apa yang kita nak kena buat adalah ikut pada manufacturing company ni punya statement. Okay, manufacturing account samalah dengan manufacturing company punya format. Okay, you kena tengok format ni untuk tahu macam mana cara kita nak buat manufacturing account. Okay, lepas tu income statement macam biasa. Okay, macam mana, how to do income statement. Okay, the format is the same, sales minus with COGS, okay, all these things. Okay, nanti kejap lagi saya akan ajar macam mana cara kita nak buat satu per satu. Okay, sebelum kita nak buat, okay, before we prepare the manufacturing account, kita kena tengok dulu. Joshua, are you there? Okay. Okay, dengar tau. Sebelum kita nak buat manufacturing account, kita kata tengok dulu additional information. Okay, this is the additional information, maklumat tambahan. Okay, yang kita kena calculate dulu sebelum kita nak masukkan dekat dalam manufacturing account. Okay, so kita buka dulu sikit dia punya format dia. Okay, manufacturing account. Okay, apa dia punya tajuk company dia ya? UIC Manufacturing. Okay, UIC Manufacturing. Okay, UIC Manufacturing. Manufacturing account for the year ended. Okay, kena tajuk tu kena betul. Ended 30th September 2000. 2000 berapa tadi? Tengok balik soalan kita. 2020. Okay, start ni 2020. Okay, and then you gariskan. Okay, after that you kena buka dua kolom. Okay, Richie and Michelle, kita tengah buat tutorial untuk manufacturing company. Okay, so kita baru sahaja bermula. Alright, okay, so sama-sama buat. Okay, let's do together. Okay, this is the format to prepare manufacturing account. Okay, first thing first, you should put the title. Okay, okay. The information here is about the tutorial about the company UIC. Okay, the company's name UIC Manufacturing, and then we must prepare. Okay, the first one is manufacturing account. Okay, for the year ended 30th September. So you should write the title first. Okay, at the top. After that, open three columns. Okay, the second and third column is for Ringgit Malaysia. Okay, it's for the value. Okay, and then the first thing inside the manufacturing statement, we must have direct material. Okay, so let's look at the question whether there is a direct material or not. Okay, can you see which one is the direct material? Here we have the opening inventory for raw material. Now this is opening inventory for raw material that we should put in the manufacturing account. Okay, 12,000. So that you should write here direct material. Direct material used. Okay. I hope that you will follow me to prepare this manufacturing account. Okay, this is the way how we will prepare the manufacturing account. Okay, so you should put opening inventory first. Opening raw material. Okay, how much is the opening raw material? That is 12,000, right? Okay. From where we got the value is from the list of account given in the question. Okay. Given in the question is opening inventory for raw materials 12,000. So we put the opening raw material 12,000. You put in the first column RM 12,000. And then okay, following the format here, you should add on with the material purchase. Okay, raw material purchase or purchases. Okay, so look here, which one is the purchase of raw material? Here in the list of account, we have purchase of raw materials amounted to 285. So that you must add on. Okay, opening raw material, add on with purchases of raw material. Okay, 285,000. Okay, what else? Okay, okay, before, after we put the value of the purchase of raw material, okay, you should add on also with the cost, okay, in the formula, in the format, it is not shown here, okay, but then actually after we put in the purchase of raw material, we should also add on, okay, the cost of purchases raw material with other terms. For example, is carriage inward. Okay, carriage inward adalah angkutan masuk, means that if you buy raw material from the suppliers, you should also incur cost for the supplier to deliver the raw material to the company. Okay, so that the cost incurred, okay, is the carriage inward. So it include in the purchase of raw material. So you must add on. Okay, carriage inwards. For example, if you buy some goods in Shopee, for example, okay, okay, the clothes that you buy from the Shopee is 20 ringgit and you must pay 24 ringgit because the 4 ringgit is for postage, right? So same goes here. Carriage inward is angkutan masuk. Angkutan masuk means that the cost incurred when you buy the raw material from supplier. Okay. So if there is carriage inward inside the list of account, you should add on in the purchases of raw material. Can you understand, class? Michelle and Richie? Okay, very good. Right. So how much is our carriage inward? Okay, do not forget to put carriage inward because if you you did not put the items, okay, and then your answer will be wrong. Okay, 20,000. So you add on here 20,000. Okay. So after that, what should we do? Okay, after we add on with the raw material purchase and then we got the raw materials available for use. Okay, yeah, let's do. Okay, and then you must total all the opening, purchase raw material, and also carriage inwards. So you will get raw material available for use. Okay, available Okay, you should add on all these things. Opening raw material plus purchase of raw material. Opening raw material, okay, if you want to know, this is amount from the last year accounting period. Okay, last year accounting period, 2019. Okay, there is some of the value of opening raw material that can be used, so that we should uh, forward. Okay, we should add on in 2020, okay, for the next year. This year is current year is 2020. So that's why you should add on 12,000 with 20, 5,000 and 20,000. So what is your amount of raw material available for use? 317,000. Is it correct? Plus Joshua buat sama-sama. Okay. After that barulah, okay, if you look at the format, we should less with the raw material inventory for December. For example, this is the closing of raw material, closing amount of raw material. Where can we get the amount? Here is it is in additional information. Okay, the first one is for depreciation. Later on, I will teach you how to do the depreciation. And then this is the okay. The second one is additional information regarding the closing inventory. Okay, so opening inventory we have in at the top. Okay, opening inventory for raw material, work in progress, and finished goods. Then in the at the additional information number 2, we have the closing inventory for raw material, work in process, and also finished goods. So we got the amount here. Raw material for closing is 29,000. So you should less with closing inventory, closing raw material. Okay. Kena bezakan, okay, apa dia opening dan closing. Opening tu kita bawa daripada tahun lepas, okay. So closing untuk tahun lepas how much, okay. Dia ada juga amount yang berbeza. So you less, okay. Kita kena tolak dengan closing of raw material. So how much is 29,000. So you less, okay, kena letak kolom kat sini kena letak kurungan bracket, okay. In bracket is show that the amount we should less or we should deduct. Okay. So that how much is the direct material used by the company. Okay. So the amount of direct material used, okay, you need to put in the second column. Okay. Can you calculate for me? 317 minus with 29,000. So how much is your direct material used? How much class? Yes, that is correct. Okay, 288. Okay, after that, okay, we finish doing the direct material, then we should do direct labor. Okay, you should choose whether in the list of account is there any direct labor. Okay. So additional information number 3, later on we will discuss on where there is an advance for rent and wage, and also amount of expenses electricity that still owing. What is that? Uh, uh, what is means by accrual and also prepayment? Okay. Same goes on the and in the number 4, there is a portion. Okay, between the factory and also office. Did you remember? Okay, when there are expenses or when the cost is regarding to the factory cost, so factory cost we should include as a product cost. Okay, so later on I will teach you how to calculate, and then you should calculate the allowance for that product. Okay, how we can calculate AFTD. Okay, after this I will show you. So before that, let's look at that is there any direct labor in the list of account. So let's look. Alright, can you find out which one is the direct labor or direct wages? Can you find out, my dear, which one is our direct labor or direct wages? Okay, wages and labor is the same thing. Can you find out which one? Yes. Okay. Factory direct. Okay. Indirect, you already know. Indirect is more to the factory overhead, not direct. Okay. So we choose factory direct wages. Upah langsung hilang, it means that the wages that we give to the employees directly doing the product, okay, assemble the product. That is a factory direct wages, okay. So we choose 80,000 as the direct labor. So you must add on, okay, here, okay, you should have long column there. Okay, I want to extend the line first, okay. After that, we must add on with the direct labor. Okay, how much is direct labor? 80,000. Okay, 80,000 we put at the second column. Okay, and then after that you must okay arrive at the prime cost. Okay, after we add on with the direct material and also direct labor, so that you will got the prime cost. Okay, how much is your prime cost? You must add on direct material used with the direct labor. Okay, how much that you got? You just add on with 80,000 direct labor. So you will get 368,000. Okay, then next, let's look at the format. Okay, we should add on with the factory overhead. Okay, what is the factory overhead include? Indirect labor, we should have add on with indirect labor if there is the indirect labor in the list of account. Okay, factory supervision. Okay, all expenses regarding to the factory is the factory overhead. Okay, include all the direct labor costs incurred during the period, okay, tadi. And then, tengok, dia suruh buat apa? Include factory overhead. So, if you notice here, all, at the example here, all this thing is factory overhead. For example, depreciation of factory building, also factory overhead. Depreciation expenses for factory equipment, also there is factory there, also factory overhead. So all expenses regarding the factory, we should add on inside the factory overhead. Okay, what we have inside the list of account. Okay, if you look here, okay, the first one is our indirect wages. Okay, factory indirect wages 25,000. We should add on here. Okay, add with factory overhead. Okay, and then what is the factory overhead included? Is factory labor, okay, factory indirect wages. Okay, how much is our factory indirect wages? Let's look at the question. 25,000. So you should put in the first column. Okay, 25,000. Okay, what else that we do? We have. Okay, if you notice here, we have some expenses. For example, electricity. Okay, and then we have depreciation. Okay, that is expenses also. Okay. Let's look at additional information. Okay, depreciation on plant and machinery is 25%. Okay, per annum using a reducing balance method, and depreciation for furniture and fitting. Okay, we have two types of asset. The first one, name. Okay, asset dia nama dia plant and machinery. Okay, the second one, asset dia nama. Okay, all these asset we should have depreciation ataupun susut nilai. Okay, macam mana kita nak calculate dua perkara ni. Okay, kalau plant and equipment kita akan depreciate using reducing R, B, balance, M method. Okay, furniture and fitting pula kita akan guna straight line, SL. Okay, macam mana cara kita nak calculate guna reducing balance dengan straight line? Sekejap lagi saya ajar. Okay. So, for plant and machinery, 25% reducing balance method maksudnya cost of the plant and machinery, P and M is plant and machinery cost minus, okay, how to calculate the depreciation? Cost minus with accumulated depreciation, and then times with the percentage. Kalau dekat dalam soalan ni dia kata 25%. So, kita tengok dekat list of account, kita nak cari cost dengan accumulated depreciation. Okay, which one is the cost of plant and machinery? So, at the top here, we have the plant and machinery. Okay, kalau dia tak sebut apa-apa, dia tak sebut cost to accumulated, so kita assume dia adalah cost. Plant and machinery at cost. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 6. Okay, disebabkan plant and machinery, okay, depreciation we calculate under reducing balance method. So that's why you must have accumulated depreciation. Okay, so under plant and machinery cost, there have accumulated depreciation. That is 46,000. So we have 346 as the cost. Okay, put here 346,000 minus with accumulated depreciation, that is 46,000 times with 25%. Okay, can you calculate for me what is the answer? Okay, how much? Ha? 652. Are you sure, Joshua? 346,346,000 tolak dengan 46,000 dapat berapa? Lepas tu dah dapat berapa, darab pula dengan 0.25 iaitu 25%. So dapat berapa? How about Richie and Michelle? No, wrong. Cuba ikut pada ni. How you calculate this? No. 346,000 minus 46,000, that is accumulated depreciation. Okay, this is how we want to calculate depreciation on reducing balance method. So 24%. Okay, the 346,000, if you divide with 46,000, you get 300. You got 300,000, right? So times with 0.25. 0.25 is equal to 25%. So you will get how much? Idea? Yes, that is correct, my dear. Okay, this is how we calculate. Okay, you minus first. Okay, minus first with the accumulated depreciation and then times with 25%. So you will get 75,000. Okay, so that is for plant and machinery under reducing balance method. So how to calculate furniture and fitting using straight line? Okay, straight line is more easier to calculate if compared to the reducing balance. So what we should have is our furniture and fitting cost. Okay, cost that is 47,000, and then we just minus with a minus. No need to minus, okay? 47,000 just just multiple with the 10%. Okay, how much is the answer? Yes, that is correct. Okay, furniture and fitting. Okay, we should put the depreciation on furniture and fitting inside the factory cost or not? Furniture and fitting, we use the furniture and fitting in usually at the office or admin office, right? So we should put inside the factory cost or not? What do you think? Kita kena masukkan tak depreciation of the furniture and fitting dekat dalam dekat dalam factory overhead? Kena masukkan ke tidak? Okay, what is your opinion? Yes or no? Yes? Jasmine said yes. Okay, how about Richie and Joshua? Okay, masukkan. How about Richie? No, the answer is no. Because of, if you notice here, okay, we must put all the expenses or costs inside the factory overhead when there is okay, dia ada kena mengena dengan factory. Sekarang ni, if you look here, okay, untuk put depreciation on furniture and fitting ada kena mengena tak dekat kilang? Kita perlukan ke untuk nak buat produk furniture and fitting? No, right? No. So that's why we should not include depreciation on furniture and fittings in the factory overhead. But then we just put this depreciation in the income statement. Okay? Kita kena masukkan dalam income statement nanti. Okay? After this, kita akan buat pula income statement. So all the costs or expenses that excluded from factory, dia tak termasuk dekat factory. So we should put inside the income statement. But then how about the depreciation on plant and machinery? Should we put the plant and machinery depreciation inside the factory overhead? Plant and machinery. Is that we need in the production for the product? What say you? Mana tadi? Plant and machinery, logi dan mesin. In Malay, we call it as plant and machinery. Is there a plant and machinery inside the factory? Adakah kita menggunakan? Yes. So that the amount of depreciation of plant and machinery, okay, remember this, okay, plant and machinery depreciation we should put in the factory overhead. So we calculate before that. So how much is the depreciation? Look here, 75,000, right? So this 75,000 is included in the factory overhead. Okay, so if you are not sure about some of the costs, you just question yourself. Is this product or is this cost is incurred in the factory or in admin? Okay, if the cost is incurred in the factory, so that we should put inside the factory overhead. If not, we should put in the final income statement. Okay, another one account that we should prepare. Okay, that is income statement. Okay, so what else that we have of the factory overhead inside the list of account? So let's look. Okay, let's look in at the Okay, we have done with additional information number 1. We have done with the information additional information for number 2. Okay, let's look at information number 3. At the year end, 5,250 had been paid in advance for rent and rates. Okay, rent and rates is advance. Okay, paid in advance. 5250. But for electricity, still owing. Okay, if you found out here, okay, what is that? What is the definition with the paid in advance? It means that our expenses, rent and rates. Okay, our expenses, name, rent and rates. Okay, we already paid in advance. Okay, for that year. Okay, so that 5250 we already paid in advance for rent and rates. It means that untuk tahun tersebut, for the current year, okay, 5250 amount is not for the current year, it's for the next year. So that if you found the paid in advance, maknanya terlebih, okay, terlebih bayar, okay. In Malay we call it as terlebih. Terlebih, so maknanya you kena kurangkan 5250 dekat list of account. Kat mana list of account yang tadi kat atas? Okay. Dekat list of account ada tak perkataan rent and rate? You found it or not? Rent and rate. Yes. Kalaulah, okay, in the question they said paid in advance. It means that dah terlebih. Okay. You already paid in excessive amount. So the excessive amount is not for that current year, 2020. That amount is for the next year, 2021. But now we just prepare the manufacturing account for year 2020. So you should minus that amount in the rent and rate expenses. So how to do it? You just minus 25,000 with 5250. Okay. So what is the exact amount of rent and rates? This minus. Okay. So you have 19,750. Okay. Okay. Later on, I will inform you what is the importance for us to minus it. Okay, because of we must decide whether rent and rate should be included in the factory overhead or not, or whether all of the amount we should put in the income statement. That is the crucial question. Okay, so that we should settle first the paid in advance, and also another one is still owing. Okay, what is your understanding about still owing? Okay, for electricity bill, okay, electricity bill is our expenses, perbelanjaan. So kita ada still owing. What is mean by still owing? Masih lagi belum dijelaskan. Okay, not yet paid. Okay, there is some of the electricity bill that the company not yet paid. Sama lah macam kita kat rumah kan. Kalau kita ada bill, water and electricity semua, bila dah sampai bill, but then kita tak bayar lagi, pergi dekat pejabat posta, pergi dekat mana untuk bayar. Not yet paid. Okay, supposedly that is the bill for 2020, but then we did not pay yet. So if there is a paid in advance, that we must minus it. Okay, how about still owing? Should we add on or should we minus it? Okay, we have still owing 6,000 of electricity. Okay, let's look how much is the total expenses for electricity. 70,000, right? Okay, if there is excessive, we should minus. If there is still owing, amount that yang we not paid yet, kita kena tambah ke kena tolak? What is your opinion? Minus. Okay. Rishal kata minus, Joshua kata tambah. Okay, the correct answer is Richie. What is your answer? We should add on or minus? What is your opinion? Kalau kita ada belum bayar lagi, so expenses kita kena tambah ke kita kena tolak? Plus, that is the correct answer. Okay, electricity expenses we should add on with another 6,000 that is accrued. Accrued or still owing is the same meaning. Okay, accrued or still owing. Okay, bila kita belum bayar, of course we should pay. We must pay that amount for 2020. Okay. So kalau terlebih bayar, that's why kita minus. So kalau dia terbalik, prepaid, accrual ataupun still owing, we should plus. Okay. So the total for the new total for electricity expenses here is 76,000. Okay. So total amount, the new total amount, okay, you should notice here. Okay, you must find out the new expenses, the new amount of expenses after you taking into consideration whether is paid in advance or owing, still owing ataupun accrual. These two things you must take into consideration before you determine the correct expenses, the correct total expenses for rent and rates and also electricity. Okay, please remember if there is paid in advance, you must minus with your total expenses. But how about still owing? You must add on the total expenses with the amount of still owing. Okay, so kenapa? Sebab apa kita nak kena tentukan dulu berapa jumlah total of expenses yang sebenar, sebab nanti kita nak agihkan. Okay, so tengok pula additional information number 4, expenditure on electricity. Dia bagi tahu, okay, expenditure or expenses on electricity and also rent and rates yang after kita dah tambah dengan tolak tadi at the third additional information is to be apportioned between factory and the office in the ratio of 9:1. Okay, so electricity expenses we should apportion between factory and also office with the ratio 9:1. Okay, how about rent and rates expenses? Okay, rent and rates expenses which also should apportion between factory and office. What is the ratio? 3:2. 3:2. Okay, electricity using 9:2. Okay, apa maksud apportion is diagihkan. Kita distribute, okay, the total of expenses we distribute between the factory and office. Okay, the simple analogy is like here. Example here. Okay, you have Richel as a factory, Richie as office. Okay, I have given to you 1,000 ringgit, for example. Okay, so you must apportion the amount of 1,000 for Richel and Richie. Okay, how to distribute that amount? Okay, using the ratio. Okay, Rachel should have got 9 over 1. Okay, so how much is 9? How much? Okay, let's look here. So if the electricity amount is 76,000, right? So we found out before this, okay? After we consider still owing and also accrual, prepaid in advance. So the total electricity is 76,000. Okay? So let's distribute between factory and office. Okay? So how much that factory will get from the electricity? Electricity cost berapa dapat? And then office berapa dapat? Macam mana kita nak calculate, guys? Kita bahagikanlah. Okay? So 76,000 divided with 10. Kenapa kena divided with 10? Sebab total untuk ratio dia adalah factory 9 plus with office 1. So that's gonna divide with 10. Okay, 76,000 divided with 10 bahagian bahagian 10 units for example. Okay, so kita dapat 76,000 divided with 10. Okay, one portion is equal to 7,600. Okay, bila kita dah divide, kita akan dapat 7,600. And then how much is factory will get? Okay, so 9 minus with 7,600. So same goes to office. 1 minus with 7,000 minus pula multiple with 7,600. So how much electricity for factory? How much is electricity for office? Office only 7,600. Okay. How about factory? Times with 9. So overall factory will get 68,400 for electricity. So factory 68,400, you should add on in the factory overhead, right? Okay, you should add on in the factory overhead, name electricity. Okay, electricity cost. Kita dah apportionkan siap-siap bahagian office berapa, bahagian factory berapa. Okay. So kat sini 68,000. Okay, can you understand how to calculate this? Siapa yang tak faham? Please ask me if you don't understand how to calculate for how can we distribute the 76,000 of electricity into factory and also office. Okay. If you want to calculate for factory, yes. Lagging? Oh my goodness. Why? Sangkut-sangkut. Joshua, can you hear me? Joshua, hello. Maybe because of my internet here. Wait for a while. Okay, Joshua, can you hear me clearly? Boleh tak dengar, Joshua? Okay, boleh dengar sekarang. Okay. So, faham tak macam mana kita nak agihkan antara electricity itu punya cost ataupun expenses, kita nak agihkan kepada berapa factory dapat, berapa office dapat. Boleh faham tak? Ha? Boleh senang kan? Okay. Bagus. Okay, so rent and rates. Okay, cuba kita agihkan antara factory dengan office. Rent and rates kita ada, how much is our rent and rates for this? 19,750. Okay, 750. 19,750 is the total rent and rates. So, berapa factory dapat? Cuba ajar saya macam mana kira dia. Mula-mula kita kena buat apa dulu? What should we do first? Okay, someone please, if you want to try. Joshua, Richelle, or Richie. How to calculate for rent and rates expenses and then divide between the factory and office. Okay, you can follow the way we calculate the electricity before this. So how much did you got for factory? Office, how much? Okay, berapa Joshua? How much that you got? Dapat tak? Berapa dapat? Dah. Boleh tak nak kira? Alah, simple je. 19,750 divide with how many portion here? 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. 5 dilegan 5. And then factory is 3. Okay, bahagian dia adalah 3. So, kita dah dapat satu bahagian adalah 3,950 times with 3. So, dapatlah. Okay, office 3,950 multiple with 2. 7,900. Okay, itu jawapan dia. Boleh ke tidak? So, factory adalah 11,850. So, kita kena letak dekat sini lah. Rent and rates untuk factory punya, kita akan masuk dalam factory overhead. Okay, boleh clear tak? Cara nak calculate dia? Joshua, Richelle, Richie? Boleh? Ya. Yang mana? Electric. Electric ni factory 9. Office 1. So tambahkan dua-dua tu ada bahagian 10 bahagian. So 76,000 the total amount of electricity bahagi dengan 10 bahagian. Dapatlah satu bahagian tu kita tahu dia adalah 7,600. 76,000 bahagi dengan 10 kita dapat 7,600. So satu bahagian tu 7,600. So office kita dah tahulah dia ada satu bahagian dia. So dia adalah 7,600 saja. Nanti yang 7,600 ni kita akan masuk dalam income statement. Sama juga dengan rent and rate, kita akan masuk dalam income statement. Untuk factory tadi kita kena darab dengan 9 bahagian. 9 darab dengan 7,600, you dapat 68,400. Okay, jelas? Boleh tak? Saya tak dengar suara Richard dengan Richie. Boleh tak? Okay. Boleh Okay. Joshua boleh tak? Okay. So kita dah masukkan. So look here. Factory overhead we just add on in electricity amounted to 68,400 and also rent and rate 11,850. Okay. So dah. That's all for the factory overhead. There is no other factory overhead. Okay. So itu sahaja. Kita tambahkan semua sekali. Factory overhead. And then kita letak amount dia dekat column yang number second. So can you please add on all this? All the factory overhead. Can you give me what is the amount of the total factory overhead? Okay, berapa? Okay, 180. 180. Once again? Alright. So, you got the factory overhead is 180,250. So, how to calculate all the factory cost? Okay, kita dah dapat expenses ya, and then kita nak cari factory cost. Total lah, okay. Total dia macam mana? Prime cost. Yang dekat atas tadi, you must add on with the factory cost. Factory overhead. So, you akan dapatlah factory cost berapa? 368 plus with 180,250. So, you will get 54. Itu 540. Dapat berapa? Ha? Macam mana awak dapat tu? 2 ke 5? 368 campur 180. 548 lah Joshua. Joshua calculate betul-betul. 368,000 campur dengan 180 250. 548,250. Dapat tak? Okay, jangan salah tekan calculator. Okay, so if you look at the format here, after we got the factory cost, Okay, total manufacturing cost. Kita kena add on with the work in process. Work in process for opening. Okay. So kita kena tambahlah opening work in process. Lepas tu tolak pula dengan closing work in process, baru kita dapat factory cost of completed product. Kita tengok dulu. So dekat mana kita nak cari work in process opening? Dekat list of account yang atas tadi, dia ada beritahu opening, inventory for work in progress ataupun work in process, sama je lah 20,000. So apa yang you kena buat adalah factory cost tadi campurkan. Okay. Add on with opening work in progress. $20,000. Lepas tu, bila dah tambah, you akan dapat total cost of work in progress. Okay, totalkan dua-dua ni, tambahkan. 548 plus add on with 20,000. So you will get $2.0. Okay, lepas tu baru you last with, lastkan apa? Closing. So how much is our closing work in progress? Dekat mana kita nak tengok? Dekat additional information number 2. Closing inventory work in progress is 15,000. So kita lesskan, tolak. Okay, lepas dah tolak tu baru kita akan dapat semua total dia. Last sekali, cost of goods sold manufactured ataupun bolehlah cost of goods sold manufactured. $568,250 start up minus with 15,000. So the amount is 553,250. Okay, this is the final answer for manufacturing company. Okay, settle dah manufacturing company. Okay, ingat lepas kita dah tambah dengan factory overhead. Factory overhead tu kita akan dapat factory cost. Lepas tu, last kali tu kita kena tambah dengan work in progress. Okay, dan tolak dengan closing. Tambah dulu dua-dua and then opening campur dengan factory cost, dapatlah total cost work in progress. Lepas tu tolak dengan closing pula. Amount untuk closing work in progress 15,000. So you will get cost of goods sold manufactured, that is 553,550. Okay, can you follow class? The second one, okay, we should open the income statement. Okay, UIC manufacturing. Okay, title is very important. Okay, income statement. Overview number. Okay, garisan. Okay, the first item that you should put in the income statement is sales. Okay, sale is very important. Okay, the first one is sale. Okay, you are following the same format that we studied before. Okay, last semester, okay, we already studied about income statement. So you just follow the same format for income statement. Okay, so how much is our sale? So let's look at the question. How much is our sale? Oh yeah, another one. Okay, how to calculate for allowance for doubtful debts. Okay, so there have the formula in order to calculate for the allowance for doubtful debt. That is total account receivable ataupun trade receivable. Okay, this is the formula. Times with percentage. Okay. So if you look at the question number 5, okay, allowance for doubtful debt means that how much is our account receivable? Okay. So that account receivable is the person, okay, outside the company that owe your company. Okay, orang yang berhutang, orang luar berhutang duit kepada syarikat kamu. So adakah you akan mengandaikan all of the account receivable will pay their debts? Okay? Sama ada dia betul-betul akan bayar, semua orang akan bayar ataupun tak. So kita dalam in accounting we should calculate for the allowance for doubtful debts. Okay? It means that our company is refused, rather is not confident. Okay? The percentage of allowance for doubtful debt is the percentage of account receivable that our company will not confident that they will pay back their debt. Kita tak boleh nak kita akan anggarkan percentage, okay, berapa banyak, it depends on the company itself. Some of the company they allow about 3% or 2% from the account receivable. It will be the doubtful debt. It means that the company did not confident that account receivable will pay back their debt to the company. Okay, so we should calculate for the doubtful debt. So account receivable, the formula is account receivable amount times with percentage. Okay? Percentage is inside the additional information. So how much is our trade receivable? Okay, trade receivable is also the same thing with the account receivable. So trade receivable here is 1 to 5,000. So how do you calculate 1 to 5,000 times with 3%? So what is the amount for account for allowance for doubtful debt? Okay, how much? Plus. Yes, that is correct. So it is simple calculation here, right? If regarding to allowance for doubtful debt, you just multiple the account receivable with the percentage 3750. So AFDD amount, where should we put? Inside factory, inside the manufacturing, or inside income statement? So the answer is we should add on in the income statement. Okay. So cari pula income statement punya sales berapa? Ni sales 1140,800. Okay, dia letak dekat hujung tadi. Okay, and then after that, okay, kalau you tengok ada tak format ni sekejap kat income statement. Ni tak ada. Ni. Ni income statement. Tengok yang ni. Yang tengah-tengah ni. Income statement sales, dah ada sales. Lepas tu, kita nak cari cost of goods sold, kita kena ada opening finish good dulu. Kita kena letak. So, dekat dalam ni, opening finish good dekat mana? Ada dekat dalam. Ni. Opening inventory for finish good yang nombor 3. So, dia ada 15,000. So, kita kena letaklah dulu opening dia. Okay? Tengok je pada bahagian ni. Tengok pada formula. And then, buat opening finish good. Kita kena add on dulu. Kita nak cari cost of goods sold dulu. So, cara dia adalah COGS is stand for cost of goods sold. Opening finish good. Ada 15,000. So, letak dekat tengah-tengah ni. First column. And then, kena add on with cost of goods for factory tadi. Yang ni. Cost of goods sold manufactured ni tadi. Kena tambahkan yang dekat atas ni kelas. 553250. Okay? Ni. Kalau you tengok kat sini, dia tambahkan dengan cost of goods manufactured. Dari mana? Dari ni. 170 ni dari manufacturing accounting. So, dibawa dia, cost dia kepada tambah dekat cost of goods tu tadi. Oops. 553,250 yang kita dapat dekat atas tu, kita tambah yang untuk bawah. Masa kita buat income statement, kena tambahkan dengan cost of goods sold manufactured. Iaitu 553,250. Boleh faham tak, class? Can you understand? Okay, very good. Okay, after that, lepas kita dah add on, kita kena tolak pula dengan closing stock. Closing stock finished good. Okay, closing stock finished good dekat mana? Additional information dekat bawah sekali. Ni. 87,000. Additional information untuk closing. 87 tu buat dalam kurungan. Okay. Because kita nak less kan. Okay, lepas tu cari berapa cost of goods sold awak. Okay, amount dia awak letak dekat hujung. Okay, lepas tu cost of goods sold dia dalam kurungan. Sebab apa? Sebab sale ni nanti kita kena tolak dengan cost of goods sold in order for you to get the gross profit. Itu memang dia punya formula. Formula untuk dapatkan gross profit adalah sales minus with cost of goods sold. But then, how to calculate for cost of goods sold in the manufacturing company? Opening finished good plus with the cost of goods sold manufactured yang before this kita dah calculate kat manufacturing company. Manufacturing account. Tolak dengan closing finished good. So that we will get the cost of goods sold. So how much is your cost of goods sold? 15,000 plus 553,250 minus 80,000. So berapa dapat? Okay. 481,250. Okay, this is our COGS. So how to calculate for gross profit? Sales tolak dengan COGS. So how much to get? Minus 40. Okay, 659. 5. Okay, after that, okay, there is no revenue here, so you just ignore adding the revenue. Okay, that is in format. So you just less with expenses. Okay, all the gross profit we should less with expenses. Okay. So what is the expenses included in the income statement? Okay, the first one is our depreciation of fixtures and fitting here. We already calculate, so we already notify that the 4,700 is in the income statement. So we just put depreciation search and quickly. $7,000, 4,700. Okay, what else? Okay, if you look at the list of accounts, okay, okay, the question is regarding income statement only and also manufacturing account. So amount inside the balance sheet, we will ignore it. Okay. On the line, drawings is inside the balance sheet. Okay, we must ignore it. Okay, AFDD, we just calculate. Also, you should put inside the income statement, that is AFDD, allowance for the food bag. We already calculate before this. Okay, amounted to 3,750. Okay, 3,750 that we already calculate here. 3,750 account receivable times with 3%, that is AFTD. So what else expenses inside the list of account? Okay, we should add on. Okay, of course the electricity that we just calculate and then distribute between the factory and also office, if you remember. So electricity 7,600, we should add on here. Electricity expenses is just 7,600. Okay. Another one is rent and rates. How much? Okay, that we already distribute between the factory and also office. Office expenses we should input in the income statement. Okay. So how much is our rent and rates? $7,900, isn't it? Here, 7,900. Okay, 7,900. So what else? Okay. So let's look at the list again. Which one is expenses? You should put inside the income statement. Okay. The drawing is for current balance sheet. No need to add on. Okay. Sales representative wages. Yes, you should add on. Okay. Sales representative, it means that sales commission, salesman wages should be put inside the income statement. That is the period cost, not a product cost. So you should put inside the income statement. Okay. So sales wages. Okay, what else? We have inside the list of account. Sales wages, okay, done. Electricity expenses done. Admin expenses, okay, belanja pentadbiran. Of course, we should put inside the income statement. Expenses 196,800. So you should add on here. Admin expenses. 800. Okay, lagi tengok balik pada list of account. Carriage inward kita dah masuk tadi dekat bahagian manufacturing. Rent and rates dah siap. Sales revenue dah. Factory dekat manufacturing. Bookkeeper salary. Gaji penyimpan kira ataupun accountant punya gaji. 35,000 is inside the income statement. Berapa? 35, right? Okay, settle. Okay, terus please add on all this and then you can put inside the column there. 47 plus 3750, 7,800 plus 7,900 plus 120,000 plus 169,800. Okay, berapa banyak? Berapa you calculate? Okay. Okay, 385 750, correct? Okay. Yang ini 7,600 tau. 600. Okay, 385,750. Very good. So they just less, okay, in order to get the net profit, gross profit minus with expenses. 659,550 minus with 385,750. So what is your answer? Net profit. Very good. So the answer is 270,800. And this is the correct amount. Okay. So did you understand how to calculate for manufacturing company account? Is there any question? No. Okay, if there is no question, so let's end the class now. So next week we will discuss further on the chapter 5. Okay, a little bit more on the chapter 5. So thank you so much everyone for joining us. I will give you the recording for this session. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. See you next week. Bye. Bye bye. Welcome.